Morning guys, morning. Right, I want to do a quick top down because we might have a potential setup. Oh shit, wrong one. So I want to do a quick top down analysis, then, because this hour looks like we could potentially get a trade on it. Oh, I tell you, our subs are growing like. So if you weren't on my training last night, if you're not a member, just to make you aware, we have weekly trainings, 7 o'clock every Wednesday. And I've done it. I went through a full, in detail, top-down analysis. And price is doing what we said it could potentially do, which is really good. It's really nice. It's what we want to see. Now, the only thing is the daily's pushed down first. I was hoping to wake up with a top wick, but it didn't. So could have had some nice trades last night. Unfortunately, I'm sure we'd still grab something though if this hour closes like this. Morning Martin. Come on Jordan. It's alright man. That's what trading's for. If you miss things, it's like you just try and get it in. People have lives still. You've got to get on with your life, and then you've got to fit trading in and around your life at the minute. Do you know what I mean? So don't worry about it. You don't have to apologise. Okay, so guys, price has done what I said it could potentially do, and what I didn't want it to do is in a push down. I thought we were going to close doji on this daily, but it's closed heavily bearish. And then it's opened up and pushed down. I was hoping we got a top wick, so then we could grab this. Okay, so let's quickly do a top down analysis. Right, now monthly, very bullish. However, we're expecting this to flip. There's 7 days to flip. If we keep pushing like we're pushing, we potentially could flip. And if we could flip, then this is either going to close small bearish or could have flipped down to these levels. I'm not sure we can get down to this level yet. With one monthly candle, it might do, because Forex, anything can happen, but I think we might get a small bearish and then the next monthlies will start coming down heavy. Okay, but I do believe we need to come to this level if you want to break above here, as in the body of the candles. Okay, so that's the monthly, so we're expecting this to flip if it can. Oh, what's happened? My mouse is dead. Typical. Wrong one. Mouse has really died, guys. 2 seconds. Hey, we're on. So, weekly. Look at the weekly now. Wow. How far can this weekly push? We did say we had a weekly range here, and we did say we had a weekly range here. This weekly closed bearish, respecting this support. We've now got that top wick I wanted. Remember the top wick I said? I want the weekly to have a top wick. Yeah, it's now done it and it's flipped and it's pushing. So how far can this weekly come? We're on Thursday, so I think Thursday and Friday is potentially going to be very bearish, and we could come down to these levels because that's where this weekly closed. We could even come all the way down and fill the range with this one because we broke the highs. We've now got liquidity to drive down, so we've got everything we need basically now to take sells down, so it should be fairly straightforward. Okay, now the daily the thing with the daily, bit of a tricky one, right? The daily closed bearish but with no bottom wick, which is annoying. However, remember I told you the only time we've came through this area we came straight through was here. So why didn't we come straight through here? I was expecting to come straight through here. We didn't. We pulled back, we grabbed liquidity, and then I think we're going to carry on going because this one didn't need liquidity grabbing. So now that we've grabbed liquidity, we've basically pulled back for no reason. We didn't need to because this broke the highs. So now I think we can actually drive straight through, even though we've got no bottom wick on this daily and we've got no top wick on this daily. I still think we can carry on driving. Okay, But technically with Meraki, rule of thumb is you're still respecting this area, right? You still respect this area. So at any point this daily could flip back to the upside or close doji. But I don't think it will. I think the weekly is going to keep pushing down. Okay, so we've got to go off the weekly time frame. So that's what we've got for the daily. So our range would be down into these levels. For me today, this would be my target. Today, we might not get down with one daily candle low, but this one did. But could take one or two. Now we're thinking the monthly flip. So the monthly, where's the monthly flip here? Let's have a look actually, instead of just drawing lines. There's the monthly flip there. So that means we would need two daily candles to come down to this level and break the low for the monthly to flip bearish. Can it be done? Potentially. Look left. Can do. So that would be fantastic if the monthly could flip. So how do we get in then? Because what I was hoping to wake, so we were actually on our call late last night, and this daily was a doji, and I was wanting it to close doji, and then I wanted the top wick to flip to the downside, and then last night it closed bearish. So again, I was hoping to get on the chart with the top wick tapping previous support and then the flip to push down first, which is a bit of a pain because we were going to grab all this. That was our trade really. So it's a case of now, are we going to hover around these levels like this one did, and then the next day, Friday, comes down, or are we going to keep pushing with this daily? Now, can we keep pushing? The answer to that is yes, because you've grabbed some more liquidity, which you didn't really need, so you can actually keep pushing if you want to. Okay, because you've grabbed more liquidity, plus this was a huge liquidity grab, because you broke all these highs. So you've got two massive liquidity grab areas, so you should have more than enough fuel to push through. Okay. Am I too loud, too quiet? Am I alright? So how can we get in then now that we've done some pushes? So we've had a 4-hour close. So we could have took this 4 if we had a pullback. We haven't had a pullback, so we can't really take that 4. Do we need a pullback? Not really. We can still push all the way through. You have got a minor level here. What's this? I want to mark up the dailies. I want to mark up these dailies, guys, with green, because this is all we're going off, right? Four straight through, don't get a pullback. Where's the other 4? Come on. Oh, there. 4 straight through, no pullbacks. We've had the 4. Is this going to carry on? 3, 2. How did the 1 close? Okay, if I can get a top wick on the 1, we'll just get sell stops underneath. If I can I need a top wick though. If I can get a top wick, tap in maybe this area, we can get a sell stop underneath. So the 3, so we're only looking at the green areas. So the 3 does hit this minor support. It does look like there's a minor support here. So if we do hit that, fill this range, we could potentially take a wing back sell if we do pull back. This one you come straight through. Look at that, guys. Straight through, straight through. Two. What does the 2s do? Okay, you've had a 2 bullish close. So this is what I want to see. We had a bullish close on the 2, and then you've had a bearish close. Oh no, that's a 1, isn't it? Oh no, and then you've had a bearish close on the 2. But I want a top wick, so I'm going to wait for a top wick. Once we get a top wick, we'll then get sell stops underneath to drive through. That's what we'll look at. Again, another 2 little pullback. Have a look at the 1. See what the 1 does. One, a pullback, drive straight through. See, we don't want to just be entering here. This is the thing. I need a pullback here. We're close to getting in. I need a pullback. Come on, give me a pullback, baby. So the 30 hasn't broke out yet. That is not broke out. 15 hasn't broke out yet. Okay. So can this 15 flip? Get a pullback, guys. We'll just get sell stops underneath the lows, because if you do come through this range, this will be clean traffic to at least 2359. That's what I'll be looking at. But I need a pullback here. I can't really get in. Let me have a look at the 15s though. If we get a 15, because there's the 15-minute range. Let me mark this up. If we get a 15 close below that, where does price push? Mm, 15, drive through. We could potentially market execute. Oh, look at that 15. Oh, could absolutely drive through here. 8 minutes left of this 15 here. Okay, so 15 close, pulls back and then goes. It doesn't really look like what we're seeing, really. See, if this 15 closes bearish, I think I'm going to need a top wick. I'm going to need a top wick ruling out this. I mean, this broke the highs. Is this enough liquidity to keep driving? I don't think it is. 5 no bottom wick. 5 still hasn't broke the lows yet. This is the new hour, isn't it? So the new hour's got no top wick yet. I need a top wick, guys. I need a top wick. I need a pullback to here, and then it'll be a case of sell stops underneath or 15 close below. I think taking a 15 close below here now, nothing's broke out technically, right? So the hour, well actually the hour did break below this level, didn't it? So this hour did actually break out. But then you need at least a top wick. At least a top wick. But previous data actually tells us that you can carry on driving. You can carry on driving, but believe it, I don't like it when it's like that though. I like it when you've got the pullbacks and the top wicks and here she blows. Here she blows. And what if we took a 5? If this 5 closes like this, and then I get a top wick tapping 2370, I'll get a sell stop underneath the 5. That's what we can do. Okay. I need a top wick, and this could drive straight through. Okay. Other than that, we need like a 30 to close, or a 15 to close out. I'll take a 15 as long as you don't tap 2, 3, 6, 1. I just want to check the 15s, because you can actually get breakouts on the 15 and then come back into the range. We're hoping this doesn't drive, that's the thing. We don't want it driving. And it looks like it's driving. Calm your tits, gold, calm your tits. So you have got an area here. Could you reject from here off the 15 and then come back up? If we do come and fill this range at 2360, we could look at 2372. So if we do fill this range here, let's move that here, and we come back up, I'll take a wing back sell from 2372 to come back down and hopefully grab this next push down. That's what we can do. But there is a minor range around 2366. So whether this 15 is going to reject. Come on, calm down, gold. What are you doing to me? We were hoping to catch this morning, guys. We needed a pullback, and then I was hoping to catch this, but it's obviously played out in the middle of the night, and I'm not getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. No way, Jose. So if this 15 can close like this, and then I get a pullback, I'll take a wing back sell from 2372. I might get out of this if the 15 closes back above. We'll get out with the next 15. But if we can do something like up, tap, flip, that's as long. I mean, you do tend to tap this first. This is the thing though, you do tend to tap this first and then come back. So even if it taps this, you could still take this wing back sell. Come on, man, what are you doing? Look at the 5s just straight through. Might be one of them days, guys, where we just sit and watch price all day. So let's get this wing back sell area on. I tell you what, we're absolutely smashing. The chats are fantastic at the minute. Everyone's catching pips in the group. tunes on, guys. We're close, guys. We just got to wait. Got a little fly in the screen. We just need some sort of pullback to get in. And we just be patient and it'll come. 2, 3, 7, 1. The fly keeps landing on my screen. Okay, there's the 15 close. It's actually close at that little support. Let me have a look at this, guys, because we've got this potential wing back selly if we push back up, and we can manage risk if the 15 closes back in. Actually, if the 15 closes back above that, we'll manage risk. Yeah, this is what we're looking at here. Can we get a nice pullback now? I mean, the 15 tends to carry on driving here. It's only a minor range this. You could easily pop straight through. Can we get a pullback? I tell you what though, if we pull back, you can even get sell stops underneath as well. But I'm just a bit cautious with the hour. Do we wait for a top wick first and just get sell stops underneath? Do we do that? Yeah, I'm still in that long-term sell. Nella. Guys, I'm in a sell from, where was that at? I think I'm in here. I'm in a sell from here. Look at that. I've been in it for ages. Flying. I've got this wing back sell on, guys, but I'm just a bit, I don't know whether to wait for, in case this hour does flip. I think that would be better really. We can just get sell stops on. I mean, you can still take it, but if the 15 closes above here, then I'd look to get out and manage risk and wait, because you might want to come and break the highs there where stops will be here. Because the one, what is the one going to do? Are you going to get a fake out? Right. Right guys, I'm going to get a... What's a 5 done? Can we pull back a bit further? Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete this. If you want to take this wing back, you can do, but if you look at the hour, I've deleted this from the trade IDs because I'm going to wait for the hour to have a top wick. Right, we're going to leave it on. If you want to take it though, by all means take it. If the 15 closes above, I'm going to get a sell stop underneath. Okay, so I've got sell stops underneath this now. If we do push down, take partial move to break even. Stops would just be the high. So we're going to get a sell stop on, guys. What would this be? Sorry, 140 pips. So I've now got sell stops underneath the low. Modify. Stops would be 2379.95. Target. My target on this would be the 2326.74. Okay, so I've got sell stops on this now, guys, underneath. So I've deleted this sell limit here. Right, it might play out. However, I need a top wick for the one. So I just think there's no point, because this one will likely pull back and then flip back to the downside. So you might as well delete it. Wait to come back below. So that's why I've just deleted it. We've got a sell stop at 2365. 65.70. Stops at 2379. 9.95. TP1 is 2367.115. TP2. See how you've got to adapt quick, guys? Like, we had wing back sells on there, and then you flick to the 1 hour and you think, oh well, actually you need a top wick. 2, 3. It could still play out, but I'd rather just wait for that top wick and then we can take sells in and around that area. It's not me going into drawdown, is it? Okay, so I've got sell stops on. It's just the low. So of the 4, if the 4 does push again, you're likely going to push at least 2361. But you know, we could get it even further down at that point. So we'll go risk free there. Yeah, nice. Because I would like a steeper top wick on the 4, to be honest. Like, I would have preferred the 4 coming to tap 2392, but I just don't know if we're going to get that. So what we look at the 1 now. Look at that. We've still got 37 minutes. See, what did I say earlier? The 30's not actually broke out yet. The 15 broke out. Are we getting a fake out? It looks like it. It looks like it. The 15 closes back into the range here. Does that mean then we need to come and break these highs before driving down? Now if this 15 closes respecting and we get a top wick, we could potentially get a sell stop underneath the 15. Okay, which would be our wing back area. Everyone with me, yeah? I'm not in at the minute, mate. Yeah, we're now getting a top wick for the hour. So I want to tap this zone. I'd ideally want this hour to come up to there, but I might not. I want it to tap this, and then I want us to flick back to the downside. So ideally, if I can get a 15 close in this area, in this range, and then we get another 15 close back below, we could look to take the 15. We could just mark it execute, because that would be the hour coming back down. And there's only one reason to come back down, that's to create a steeper bottom wick. So you're going to push past this at least. So that's what I'd be after. But I did have these wing back sells on, but when I flicked to the hour, I realised the hour needs a top wick, so we deleted them, so we'll just wait. Okay, we'll just wait. Because if you look at the 30 now, guys, look at that 30. this 15 really. How's this 15 going to close? 5 minutes left for the 15. Ooh, look at that. So if you look at the 5, you've got no top wick on this 5, and you've got no bottom wick on this 5. Is this 5 going to flip back to the downside? Good morning, Fran. These tunes are banging on the guys. Do you like them? Ooh. Oh, I don't know what's coming over me. Well, this is a typical fake out, this, guys. Typical fake out, but it's whether we're going to get faked out and we're going to close back into the range. There we go. Is this just the pullback? So I want to have a look that when the 5 closes below here, what happens? This is a trade you could potentially just leave on and go about your day, really. And it's you're just setting a layer, you take partial move to break even. So 5, so this is what we could potentially be getting. We've had a 5 close respect in here, and then we've pulled back to tap. What's this? Could we take this as a wing back? 2375. We look at this, or have we done this? We've had the pull back and then we pull to these levels. And then we push through. So our sell stop's like below this. So look what happens. Straight through. So I'm happy with that. This one's quite different. You come straight through with it, you tap this area and then you pull back to here. So are we either gonna reject from here, guys, or from this one? Now if you get some pushing candles, I might potentially take this. Let's have a look what it looks like. So here we go, this is what we can do. If this 15, right, if this 15 closes respecting here, but it's got to close respecting, then we could take this as a wing back sell. Because if it closes respecting and the new candle opens up first without a bottom wick and taps, I'll take it, because then you'd expect it either then doji and then the new 15 start coming down. But only if this 15 closes respecting. If it doesn't, in 2 minutes, oh my god. Do you know what? Stand by, guys. We might take this now. I might take it off a 5. What would stops be? Yeah? 40 pips. Guys, stay there because I might take this off. We'll take it off a 5. Back sells. What's 40 pips for me? Jesus Christ Almighty. Two, 3, 7, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 7, 9. The only thing I don't like is that means the 15 is going to be breaking out. 2373, 2373. This is the 15. If this 15 could have got up to here, guys, I would have took this. Didn't quite make it. I was trying to type that out quick for the trade ideas, but it hasn't. I'd only take on this 15 because now you've broke back into the range on the 15. I can't really take that. But we've had that pullback, which is nice, off the hour now. Can you understand why I wait? I know you might be like, well, let's leave in town now. I'd rather watch the move go all the way down, smash TP and not be in it, right? Or be in it and it doesn't play out. But we said this 1 hour needs a top wick, and look what we've got. We're getting the top wick now. So it's a case of, can this hour now flip back to the downside? And if it does, there's only one reason it's going to flip back to the downside, and that's to come and create a steeper bottom wick. And what have we seen from previous data? When you get a close below these levels, the majority of the time you come and tap 2361. We haven't tapped that area. So where's your target? Well, you know you're coming to create a steeper bottom wick, and you know you haven't hit this area. So there's your take partial move to break even, and your target's down in 2326. Now, if you are on challenges, yeah, what I'd very much recommend you do today, because this one move could potentially pass you a challenge, right? Because if this pushes past, I think that, because this technically isn't a support, but if it pushes past, it's highly likely it won't come back to break even. Okay. So what that means is, if you do take your partial, move to break even, and let the full rest rock down to 2326. Okay. Let the full rest rock, and if you're risking 1%, 2%, you're potentially gonna. So let's have a look actually. Let's say we get in here. Let's say you're risking 1%. Okay, you're risking 1%. Now let's say you take some partial out. I don't know. So that's 2.7. I mean, you won't pass challenge with it, but you'll be getting there. So let's say, I don't know, even if you take 50% out, let's say you risk 2% and then you've got 1% left, it's going to create you 2%. 2%, so you're going to be well on your way. But that's, look at this steep top wick now. I can't take this wing back now, guys, sorry. Remember, we've got to adapt. I'm going to leave it on though, just to see, because you do tend to reject from here. But it does look like we could potentially coming up to break these highs again. But I can't take any buys until I get closures above on the 4 and the 1. So I can't take any buys. Now, remember what I said about the 4 hour? I would have liked the 4 hour giving us a top wick. So there's the break there. There's the 4 hour range. We had the break. We didn't get this top wick back up. So we didn't get this tap and then go. And that's what I would have preferred. So I would be interested, believe it or not, in wing back sells from 2392, but you don't have to get them. And the reason you don't have to get them, because previous data tells us that you can just drive through. Well, you can just drive straight through. So if you look at this 4, drove through, you didn't even pull back, you just carried on. So you don't actually need that, but it just gives you that nice warm fuzzy feeling that once you've had the top wick, all of them have got top wicks, all of them have grabbed liquidity, therefore we're now flowing straight down. Look at the 3. Is the 3 going to flip? The 2, the 1. I've got to jump off at 10, guys, today. For a meeting. But we've got sell stops on this anyway. Can you see why we cancelled this wing back sell now? Look at the wing back sell here. Imagine if we took that. We'd be well into drawdown. So what's good is we're now getting top wicks. So this, what can happen now is this would basically change to sells below of at least maybe a 15, yeah. So if we get a 15 close back below here now, because we've now got the top wick on the 1, if we get a 50, it's got to be 15, not a 5, 15 close below 2372. So if we get, I don't know, something like that, back down. Why did we do that? Why have we broke back into this area? There's only one reason to do that, and that's to come and break this low. Now what would be better is if price this does push, break this high, and then we do that. That would be fantastic, because now you've got liquidity to really drive. So it's sort of, you want to keep pushing up and then come back down for us. We've got our ambush is set. We've got this set. Our ambush is set, but we're going to see if we can get a better ambush here. Let me change this. What's next to close? The 15's next to close, and then we've got the hour. This is nice. The higher we push up, guys, the more volume we can have coming back down. Okay, so this is good. I'm not taking any buys, so I'm only looking at sells today. Place morning Vin. Pete, is your TP1 correct, mate? Is this on the trade IDs you mean? TP1 break 23. Entry 2365. TP1 236. No, it's not. Thanks, Martin. What's this here? Get off, mate. Cheers for that, Martin. I'm a bit of a mom. On May, peak is your TP correct? Can you look at the TP one? It's above entry, mate. Yeah, you're right. Could go to 2378. Yeah. Well, we want to break the highs. We want to break the highs. Here's another thing we can do, right? If we break the highs and break back below here, we could potentially look for sells below here to come down. Plus before it comes to, yeah, well, that's what we want, isn't it? I'm good, Vin. How are you, mate? Good to see you again. It does look like a beautiful day, yeah. We're getting our pullback we wanted. This is what we wanted. To be honest though, Vin, we were on my weekly, I do a weekly call, 7 o'clock every Wednesday for the members. And we were, we were looking at the daily. And we said we want the daily close as it was. And then a top wick and then a flip. But what happened is, daily close bearish. And then we opened up and just pushed down first. So we would have caught this. We knew it was coming. But we've got on in and around here. So we don't know what this daily is going to do at the minute. We don't know if you're going to close around these levels. And then, or what, we don't know. Because it's done a hell of a push so far. It's just whether it's going to carry on. The way I look at candles, right, it's like, remember Stretch Armstrong as a kid? Stretch Armstrong, you pull his arms and they'd all stretch out. That's the way I image candles, mate. You pull them, they only pull so far, eventually you got to retract back. So when you're getting big pushing candles like this 401, it's push, 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 push. It's getting really tough to go further now, so it pulls back. That's what tends to happen. And it's the same on the daily, the monthly, the weekly. So can this 4 flip and come back up? I am interested in wing back sells though from 2392 though. Right, but previous data shows that we've never come back up to that on the areas what we're looking at. Okay, I'm not saying it won't, but I would be interested in wing back sells from there. I just haven't put them on yet because look at the 3 now. Wow. Oh, we could. That's a previous support on the 3, 2387. Does the 3 need to tap that? What about the 2? Oh, and the 2. Let's mark this up actually, right? Let's mark this up. I don't think we're going to get a pullback to there though, I might be wrong. 17 minutes. How is this one going to close? I really want to break these highs, guys, and then if we come back down, I'll be over the moon. Oh God, this bloody car. Looks like a beautiful. Do you got any other social media platforms? Yeah, I've got Instagram, I've got Facebook. My name's Peter Crovin. If you go onto the link tree in the descriptions of this, right, on there you can either go to the website and then go to about, and all of our social medias are there. But if you want to add me on Facebook, my name's Peter Crow, or Instagram, it's called The Crow's Nest. Yeah, click into the link tree and you can go to you can either go to the website and then go to about us and go on to me. You'll see all my social media links there. So we're a very transparent company. Okay, we've had a 15 close. Nice. Can we break the high though, guys? I want to break the highs. Come and break this high one more time. Wing back sell 2377.68, 2377. Well, think about it logically. Oh, where there? Oh, you're looking at high. Yeah, so if you think about it logically, Martin, what is the reason if price is coming to there anyway, what is the reason to come there? Why is it doing this? For me, it's not going to reject from there. There's only one reason you're coming up to this level, and that's probably to break this high. So there's no point taking a wing back sell here because it's coming up to grab the liquidity above here. So if anything, you want to be looking above here for wing back sells. Do you know what I mean? It might do though, because it could be a support level where you struggle to break above. But for me, I wouldn't take a wing back sell from there because I'm expecting price to break the highs. Might not, might do. You might be absolutely right. But the way gold works, it doesn't really work off ranges as such. It works off where gold is constantly trying to grab money. Constantly. So look at this ping here. Broke the low, grab loads of money here. Loads of money. Yeah? What's this done for people? This has made people sell. Loads of people being sellers now. Okay? Where's their stops? Above here. Okay. Now it's grab some money here. Grab some money here. Grab some money here. Coming up, it's going to grab more money here, and then it'll do its move for the day where it needs to go. So this is just lining up for its moolah. Just taking its money before it sets off on its journey. But whether the direction is down or up, we don't know. Because the daily's done such a big push down, you could argue and go, okay, well the daily needs to pull back. The daily's going to pull back. We don't know, because technically, the daily didn't technically break back into the range. It's closed on a minor support level. So this daily could actually pull back and close doji if it wanted to. Yeah? But we've never done this before, really. So the only minor range is it's here. So it's not that as such. More that. I mean, I suppose you could use this as well, and this. Yeah, actually, you could probably do that. So the daily's technically not broke out yet. Okay. So yeah, we've just got to see. If anything, for me, I wouldn't really take buys unless I got a forward bullish close, 1 hour, 2, and all that good stuff. Everything flips. But for me, wing back sells would be around these levels, because if we do push up, it could be the daily pulling back. But if you look at the 4 creating a top wick, tapping previous support. So this off the 4 or the 3, I believe the 3 is closer. These two areas are the only viable wing back sells for me personally. But that's not to say I'm right, guys. Yeah. So everything I say to you is just, I'm not saying this is the right way to trade, okay? Because this is just the right way for me. And then by you jumping on my streams, you're working out if this is right for you. And over time, you'll know if this style of trading is right for you. It might not be. Okay, so, and this is the thing, you might grab one thing from me and then go to another mentor and grab one thing from them and go to another mentor and grab one thing. That's sort of what I done. I went from mentor to mentor. I didn't sort of change, I just tweaked the strategy, improved it constantly, and then over time I was like, you know what, I pulled all these bits what I've got off other mentors, pulled it together and obviously created this, the way I trade now. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying everything's right. This, it could reject from here. It could. Anything could happen. It's Forex, isn't it? I mean, the twos broke out. The ones broke out. But where's this one going to close? You've got 4 minutes left of it. So if you look at this one now, you close bullish now, that's a sign you're probably going to bottom wick, flip to come and break the highs. And you'll end up looking something like this, but I can't take that. I can't take that. But this trade here, I'd probably just leave on all day, really. It might not play out till New York, but I'll probably leave this on all day. If you push below this, you're going to be pushing to that anyway. And the higher you go on this, the further it'll drive through without coming back to break even. So we sort of want all this breaking the highs, believe it or not. But can you understand why, when I'm saying we adapting quick, like we had a wing back sell on earlier, didn't we? And then I looked at the one and we were like, right, let's delete this now, because no point going into drawdown and then it coming back down to play out. You might as well just wait. So for me now, if I get a 15 close back below this, so I am interested in taking a sell. Ideally what we want to see on the one, I really wanted the one to close respecting 2372. Bit like a nest play, because if you get that, if you get close below there, that'll be a nice nest play for us. If anything, there's another little area here, Martin. 2379. If you look at these here, you sort of tend to reject from here. And then that initiates the push. So look at that. You push back up, you tap, and then you drop. So we pull them back, we tap, and then you drop. Could we take that if we do push up to that level? These tunes are banging, guys, aren't they? Absolutely banging. I feel like I'm in a porno or something. So look, it doesn't tap it there, but you come back up, you tap it, and then you just sort of... Another one there. Do you know what, guys? I like this. Look. So pull back into the range, come back up, tap, and that does the push. Now we didn't tap it with this one. Can this hour come up and tap it? Oh, are you going to drive through? We've closed bullish now. Ooh, this is teasing me, this guys. Teasing me. I do like this tap. So we've closed respecting twice here. Why have we closed respecting twice? Twice, and then we're coming up. We break the highs. I don't like how we've been close to it, because you could argue and say, well, that coming close to it could be this, and then you come back down, and then you come up. I think we just need to break the highs. Why would... I know there's loads of lines, guys. I know what they mean. 27. Can this 1 hour come up and break the highs? And then flip. If this one can come up with no top wick, we'll look at this wing back sell. Right. It is an area where you do tend to reject from. Even if you want to drive up, it looks like you've got to pull back. So look, tap, pull back. Yeah, I'd be interested in that, I think. The only thing what puts me off is we broke the lows, so we have actually got liquidity to drive back up. So if we drive back up, it could absolutely fly. Do we take this as a wing back sell, or do we look at a smaller time frame? What's the 30s doing? 15. See, is that? Is that the tap and then you bomb down? I don't know if I'd take it as a wing back sell. I think if anything, if we tap it and close back below 2377, we'll take that. Look at that, I like that 15 though. I don't like that one. I feel like we're building up for something, guys. We're building up for some heavy volume. Anyone else think that? Sade, what does that mean, Martin? Yeah, well, to be honest, this wing back sell at 7.9. I know you got 7.8, but you're there and thereabouts. But I don't know whether this is that being tapped. Oh, it's the singer who does the elevator music, is it? I mean, the best tunes I've had so far. Some of them have been dreadful. What it is, I've got to have non-copyright tunes for YouTube, otherwise they'll ban your streams. Look at that. Look at that. I like that. If this 15 can get up to you guys, I think I'm going to be in here. On a wing back sell. This is the thing, I don't know whether we've come close to it, so is that? I just don't know whether we've come back down. Because if that area, what I mean, where we've come close to it, if that is this one, look what happens once you come back down here. You just drive through. So that's what I'm worried of. So I don't know whether this is going to reject from here. It's like 50-50 whether it's going to reject. But if the 15 closes bearish, we get a top wick. We could just take that. That would confirm rejecting from me. Bearish. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, look at this 15 now. It's getting spicy, this, guys. I would like a break of the highs, though. I really would. Guys, I've got to shoot off at 10. So we'll give it another 45 minutes. See how we get on. We're just waiting. Is this one gonna flip to the downside? Each band mate more than last week. Yeah. Oh, he's a push. Now this 15. If this is that area where we drop through the floor, we're going to tap this, which will be breaking the high, and then that'll be enough to drive down. Okay, if we're in that area. So I don't know whether I'm going to take this win back to sell though, guys. I mean, we could potentially take it. What it is, I don't know whether this was it. I don't know whether that was the tap. We were just off. And if this was the tap, price comes back to here and then it drives up. So are we going to drive up from here? And if that's the case and we take win back sell, we could just drive straight past. That's what I'm a bit cautious of. But it didn't quite fully tap it. And these times where you come close to it and then the next one comes up, taps it and then drops. So I really don't know how this is going to Oh, look at this. No, bottom wick. No, bottom wick. Oh, that looks nice. Could you take a 5 minute aggressive? A swoop entry? Could we take a swoop entry? Well, the 5's close above. Not really. You've got this one here, but... Oh, 5. Straight back down. This is what I'm trying to see if this is it. Break the highs and then you get the big push down. Again, up. 1 5 minute candle. If 1 5 minute candle can come up potentially, but it's got to be a pushing candle on the 5. We don't want this where we trickle up. It's not good to us. Oh yeah. Look, 5, 1 big 5 candle, tap, rejected, back down, and then you come down to this level and then you drive back up. This is what I'm saying. I don't know if we're on this or whether we're on this. Well, look at that, that's nice. Tap. We're a bit further down than that though, aren't we? Tap. Tap. Yeah, so look, we've already had this where we didn't quite make it there, and then we pushed back down to this level, and then we're coming back up to tap, and then that initiates the push down. So it's like the probability is not the best, but if you catch it, fantastic. I'd need to see a nice big pushing candle on this, really. Like if the next 5 can pop up, because this is the 15 closing bullish now. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think I'm probably going to wait. One still got no bottom wick, but if you look at this one, okay, drop it in the chat whether you think this one, if price wants to drive up, does this one have to have a bottom wick? Have to? What do you think? Does it have to have a bottom wick to get to, I don't know, this level? Can this one keep on driving without a bottom wick, do you think? What do you think? So basically, it can have a bottom weight, obviously, yes, but it doesn't need one if it were to drive up to here. Well, or the way where we get the answer from is previous data. So look at the previous hour. What has it done? you can see that this previous hour has broke a low. Therefore, you've now got liquidity to drive above the next level. So technically, you can keep on driving up without a bottom wick. So when you hear me sometimes say, I need a top wick, I need a bottom wick, it's for certain reasons, but there is times where you can still drive without a bottom wick or without a top wick. And this is one of them. Previous data, look at the previous hour, what has price done before this one, when it broke a low. So you've got liquidity to drive, but whether you do it, I don't know. But yeah, you've tapped that area, Martin. So are you going to reject now? I mean, look at the 15. 15 close respecting still this level. So is this 15 going to flip and drive? If not, are we going to get a bearish close and get a cow? And is that going to initiate the push down? Come on! Did you take that trade, Martin? 2377. For me, it's not my trade to take. I'd need the highs broke, get the highs broke and then come back down. That's what I want really, so we can fly through these ranges. We break a high and get some liquidity. Yeah. What is this 15 gonna do? Oh, I don't know what's going on with me, man. I just want to dance. Let's keep moving. Guys, if you're watching on live on YouTube, or even if you're watching recording, drop us a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. We trade most weekdays from 8 AM London session. We've got a fantastic stream record. So these stats are based off a 200k funded account, prop account, staying within the rules. Every trade taken, we're risking 2%. Every trade taken has its own link. For nothing comes on this without being taken on stream. Okay, so we've been profitable every month apart from February. Okay, we've our stats on stream are 77 wins, 10 break evens, 8 losses. However, them losses, the majority of them are just partial losses. We've only ever had one full loss. Okay, like one of the losses was like 0.01% or something. Yeah, but we still class it as a loss. Oh, look at this now. Okay. Why haven't you broke the high? Are we going to drive down now, guys? It's still a decent pullback, man. Because what this could be doing here, this is a fake out back into the area to fake out back below. So this would be enticing people to buy. All the stops would be below on it. So is this a fake out back to the upside to come back down? But look at that, that's lovely. This is what we like. I would have preferred breaking the highs like. Because we are bullish on the one still. So can we get another hour close below? And if we do get this hour close below, because this hour can flip back to the upside at any point. So if we get a 15 close below, I'd need a top wick, because I'd need to rule out the fake out on the 15 back to the downside. But we should, if you do get a 15 close back below there, you should highly likely going to be coming down to break the lows again. Let us see. Let us see. Tell you what though, if this 15 flips now. You broke the low on this 15. If this does flip now, you're going to be pushing past these levels. What is that? 14. Nah, I'm not taking it. But it's likely to happen. Is this 15 going to flip? This is what you're going to get with an X5. You're going to get that with an X5. An UFC shirt, yeah. Morning Ben, how you doing mate? Oh mate, my Wi-Fi is dreadful. I'm waiting for full fibre come. But they keep saying it could be any time now. They're working their way around the island. But it's just the internet's always bad in Wales unless you've got the full fibre. Especially on Anglesey's. Because once the full fibre comes back, Martin, I'll be opening up Discord again, like the TNS, so we can actually talk, actually take the piss out of each other. And while I'm streaming on YouTube, we can have all the members in the Discord, and we can actually chat. I do miss that, to be honest. Dan used to get on every day. I miss Dan. Where's Dan? He got a job, so he can't get on in the mornings now. Anderson, mate, he's a good signing. He is a good signing. He was breaking into our first team really, but to be honest, I'm glad he's gone in a way because he needs to be playing game in, game out. We've got Tonali back now, so it's like he probably wouldn't really get his game, but he's a grafter, mate, and he's a tough tackler. He'll be fantastic for you guys, like. We've hardly signed anyone yet, us. We've signed a Serbian, I think it was Serb, defender. And then we've signed Lloyd Kelly. And I'm not really keen on Lloyd Kelly, mate. But I haven't seen much of him. So it's hard for me to really comment. But what I have seen out wasn't like, not special. But I trust the process, what they're doing. But our first team is mint anyway, I think. Especially with Tonali back now. Tonali, I'm telling you now, put Tonali in. If you've got a fantasy team, put Tonali in there. People are still on holiday post Euros and Kobe. Yeah, no. Yeah, looks good in pre-season. Probably wishes we hadn't played Millwall though. Some shocking tackles flying around, hopefully not serious injury. Oh, is he injured? Like, I didn't see. No way, he's just gone to use and he's injured. That would be a nightmare. yellow cards, yeah. Oh mate, what I like about him as well, right? He's a player who will he's not the majority of players. They'll hit the deck and they'll be rolling about like a I don't know, something what rolls about, right? He'll just get back up him. He's like a proper player. Have you seen that rule on about bringing in? I think it's a fantastic rule. So if you get fouled and you stay on the deck longer than certain amount of seconds, you have to come off for 2 minutes. Or so many minutes. I think that's a great rule, mate. Because it'll teach them to get up quick. Because let's be honest, 90% of them get back up eventually. They're just rolling about to waste time or whatever. So if you stay on the deck after attack for I think it's like 30 seconds or something. Longer than 30 seconds, you've got to come off for like 2-3 minutes, something like that. Yeah. Bruno Fernandes is like one of the worst for me. Can't stand him. Awful player. I think it's great because what it is, Ben, the kids do it. Obviously Mason plays, but the kids, honestly, they're all about, all over. And like the diving, that's awful when you see kids diving, and you hear parents go, "You should have went down. You should have went down." No, it's all backwards. Like, should have went down in the box. No, stand your feet. I'm looking forward to this season though. I actually think Newcastle not getting European football is actually a very good thing for us. It means we can solely focus on winning one of the cups or getting really high up in the league. I think we sort of needed it. I think it's happened for a reason. You're just jealous because Fernando can eat an apple through a tennis racket. He can, can't he? There's only one Bruno in this league, Martin, and that's Bruno Guimaraes. Unreal player. Yeah, no, I like them. No, have you seen the clips with Chuck Norris, Ben? Chuck Norris is there with a rifle, and he just goes, and one of the players just hit the deck. Shoots another one, another player hits the deck. Look at this, 15 now. So the 30 is going to close, but is the 30 going to close below, guys? He is staying. Yeah, he's already said he's staying. Bruno will stay. Joe Linton, they're all staying really. They're all happy there, which is good. And the club now don't need to sell. That's why we had to sell Anderson and Minte. That Minte looks unreal. So we sold Minte and sold Anderson because we had to. I think it's really bad that though. I think the financial fair play really needs looking at. You shouldn't have to sell your sort of homegrown players just because of that. You want your homegrown players playing for the club, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Same as Isaac. Isaac said he's staying. They're all staying. They all want to stay and the club wants them to stay. Gone are the days of Mike Ashley, mate. We used to sell our best players. When we had a superstar on the team, you'd just be worried because he'd be getting sold soon. That's what used to happen. Yeah, I think we're going to be up there this season. Yeah, I think. What's going on with City? I haven't heard much. Gone quiet, hasn't it? I think it's getting under the carpet. Oh, little backhanders and that, Martin. Backhanders all over. Okay, 15's closed bearish, guys, but I didn't get the break below. I'm just worried that this could potentially drive down Now the one's still bullish, remember. The one is still bullish. At any point this one can flip back to the upside. This could just be a bottom wick for the one to flip. You've still got 30 minutes left. Now the 30's closed bearish, okay, and didn't break the low. So this 30 at the minute can do anything. This 30 can do anything, okay. Now ideally what we want is the 30 to close below, which would be the one closing below, but we don't want it to drive. We don't want it to drive, and I think if it does close below, I can actually see it driving. But we want the one to close back below 2372, and then top wick flip. We can move sell stops closer, or we can take this 15-minute close below. But at the minute, this one can flip back to the upside. Look at that. What's this 15 doing? Ooh, little. Is this just enticing people to sell? Is this just enticing people to sell with their stops above here? Is that what it's doing? I'm just thinking though, if this does flip to the downside now, there's only one place for it to go, and that's 2370. Could we take that? Would that be the hour? I want to wait for the hour, I think. I've got to go in 15 minutes, mind. But we've got sell stops on this, guys. Remember, if you've just joined the stream, we have got sell stops on the low. If you come past this, you're pushing back to 2361 for take partial move to break even. Our target is 2326. Might not happen today, but by the end of the week, I can see us pushing down to that level. I want to break the highs, really, guys. I really do. If this 15 flips, that would be the 30 flipping. That would be the one pushing bearish. Can we tap this level? If we can tap this level, I'll get a sell stop underneath this. We haven't broke out yet though, but this is the thing. But I know that you can drive through this range, so you might not get that little break. I think if anything, you might get something like this, straight through. So if we can come up and tap 2375, we could get sell stops on underneath. What is this one? I can't listen to this one. Or you could take a 5, I suppose. The thing with this one though, the take partial move to break even will be here, 237. So you'd have to go risk free at 11 pips. But your stops would only need to be the high, I suppose, at 50 pips. That's where I'd go risk free. I don't know whether I'd take partial. I'd probably take partial down here, but because if you look at it now, it doesn't look like it's going to flip, but if it does flip, there's only one place to go. You're going to tap this at least 2370. We got news on today. What day are we on? Thursday. Unemployment claims. Is this 15 going to flip, guys? Come on, a little push higher. Stand by, pay attention here, you guys, right? Because I was going to potentially get sell stops underneath this 15 if it does flip. You've still got 2 candles left of it, so if the 5 closes heavily bearish now, it means the next 5's got time to drive down. That means the 50's got time to flip and drive, and that would be the 30 flipping and driving. So stand by. Looking at 70 pips. What are we seeing in the chat? Let's something like that? Yeah, I know. Almost just too close. I don't think we're going to trigger, Martin. I think we're going to drop through the floor, believe it or not. But when I say I'm going to drop through the floor, the daily's already done a huge drop. So are we going to consolidate today on the daily? Remember I said the daily could just hover around this area and mess about and close like this, and then tomorrow we drop through the floor. But if we look at the dailies, you've had such a big push on this daily. Such a big push on this daily. Are you just going to hover up and down here and just consolidate today, close like that, and then the new daily top wick drop through the floor? So that's what I'm saying, we could just consolidate today. But we've got a sell stop underneath, so either way, when you do that drop, you should be coming through that area, you should fly through it. You could get flies on it as well. So that's what I'm saying, I don't know if we're going to drop today, but when we do, I do think we're going to absolutely smash it through the floor. I'm hoping we break out today, but at the minute, it's not looking like we are, guys. Not looking like we are. I'm going to have to leave these as well after this 15. I am interested in 15 close below here, because that potentially would initiate the push down. But the thing is though, you want an hour close back below here, because the hour's technically still bullish. So you'd need an hour close back below, and then you would want, well, which would be the 15 closing below. But if the hour is bullish and then the new hour comes down and then you get the 15 close below, I would then need a steep top wick, ruling out the flip on the hour. So I'd need to rule out the fake out, basically. That's the only way I would take a 15 close below here. Okay. But let's say, for example, the next hour does this, and on the last 15 of the hour, you then close below, and then I could just market execute, because I've now had an hour close below. I don't need much of a top wick. I can flip and drive. Yeah, but if you've still got time left of this hour and you're bullish, this could easily just flip to the upside and drive up. So I'd just be careful. And it just look like we're coming up. There's no point getting this sell stop under here now, because it doesn't look like you're going to flip. You've only got 5 minutes left of this. 4 even. It looks like now we're actually coming back up to 2379. Two, 4. So 2, 4, 5, 9. I'm actually still in a trade, guys. From here, 2459.72. I'm in a trade from here. I'm still in this now. And this one trade, I'm in this on actually a challenge account. Okay. But this will pass me challenge. And where's my target? I'll tell you where my target is now. Target is 2321. 2321. I've got the daily. 232. That's my target there. Basically here, this zone. And this one trade has passed me a challenge. Nice, eh? That'll be, what will that be? 5 to 1. 5 to 1. Nice. Well, we're risk free now. And I've took partial. Right guys, I'm gonna have to love these and leave these. I've got a meeting at 10, you see. But look at the 3, the 2. You know the score today anyway, don't you? It looks like we're gonna have to come and break the highs. Yeah, it makes sense. You only come up here to break the highs. Yes, mate, Meraki. Yes, Jordan, Meraki trade. It was actually, I believe it was a trade idea. Just whether you stayed in it or not. Oh, this tune's catchy, isn't it, Martin? We do. So we're not driving down because we need to break a high. We haven't got any liquidity. So this is what I've got, guys. Right, because I've got to shoot off now. So everyone, pin your ears back. This is what I'm looking at. If we break these highs, then I'm interested in sells back below, depending on how high here, or sells below here, and that'll initiate the push. These sell stops you can keep on. You can keep on and just leave it, okay? But they might not get activated till tomorrow. So tomorrow, if we don't get activated today, we should get activated tomorrow. But what we want to see today really is we want to see price push higher up. The higher we push up, the more we can drive down without coming back to break even. And then if we can catch this all the way down to here, you know, what we catch in here, you could potentially catch just shy of 400 pips, okay? So that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? So now I am interested in a 15 close below here. However, I would need a bearish 1 hour close. I would take it, but if the previous 1 hour's bullish and then the 1 hour starts coming down like this and we get the first 15 closes, or any 15 closes in there apart from the last one, I'd then need a top wick to break the previous 15 high. Then I'd get a sell stop underneath. Okay, if the 1 hour closes below here, you can wait for a little top wick, tap previous support and get sell stops off that anyway, because you've now had a 1 hour break back below. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. Other than that, if anything does come up, I have got potential wing back sells from up in these levels, but if I do decide to put it on, I'll put it in the trade IDs for you, so you can catch it. The trade IDs have been absolutely on fire lately. So if you remember and you're not using them, get on them. They're free with your membership, so you might as well make use of them. Even if it helps you to pass challenges. Yeah. Any questions, guys, before I go? I'm back on tomorrow. I was hoping to catch a trade on here. If we're going to leave this on, so this will, if it gets activated while I'm Australia, it will, obviously, as I'll show you the MT4 and things like that. So I will be putting this on the stream, okay? On the stream record, I mean. Okay, lovely. If you haven't done so, hit that like button, guys, and I'll see you in the morning, 8 o'clock. Alright? Have a good one, guys. See you later.